Warning, this content may contain spoilers. This channel was created because my friends were sick of me talking about anime, therefore I cannot control what comes out of my mouth. You've been warned. Welcome everybody to the third episode of Anime Psycho. Today we're going to do a little deep dive into the new Cyberpunk 2077 Edgerunners series that's on Netflix. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the show. Feel free to leave a comment on what you would like to hear me talk about next, or you can tell me I don't have a clue. I can take the criticism. Folks, I won't lie. I was going into this with a bad taste in my mouth. Here's why. Yes, I was part of the demographic that didn't get to have the same cyberific experience as everyone else. Therefore, I never bothered to purchase the game. However, what gave me the Kirby Crystal Shards of hope to watch this series was this. Yes. When I see that logo, that's when I began to have hope. Then I started doing some digging into the realm of Wikipedia land, and I discovered that Hiroyuki Imaishi directed the series. I know! This is the man who directed classics like Gurren Lagann, Kill la Kill, Space Patrol Lulu Co., and of course my favorite episode of Star Wars Visions, The Twins. That's a series we're going to talk about down the Snake Way in the future. Upon my research, I also discovered that the opening theme for the show was This Fire by Franz Ferdinand. That's something you don't see very often. A band outside of Japan having a sync licensing deal for an anime. The only other one I can think of to my mind is Speedgrapher with the song Duran Duran Girls on Film. And you know, just for the sake of including it, let's put Daikon 4 there with Twilight by ELO. Now, with that being said, that's the only knowledge I have of Cyberpunk. As you heard about my disgruntledness from being a PlayStation fan, let's begin to dive into the series. We're going to talk mainly about episode 1, a little bit of plot. I don't want to go too deep into it. I don't want to ruin it too much for people. And we'll just do a little talk about what I liked about it after. We open up with a standoff that was clearly more than 6 GTA stars. Dude fighting off the law looked like some sort of cyborg that made the Dragon Ball Z androids look like dollar store fidget spinners. The reason for this is because the dude was packing some serious heat known as cyberware. Now, what is cyberware? Because I did not know. Simplified, cyberware is basically technology that gets surgically attached to you. The cyberware that this dude, who we later discovered is Lieutenant Colonel James Morris, had a military-grade cyberware that caused him to go cyber psycho. I'm going to be saying the word cyber more times than Naruto says believe it in this episode, so you're warned. Dude does get taken out, and then we cut to the next scene, which was our main protagonist, none other than Mr. David Martinez. David seemed to be looking at this through a VR of some sort that was provided to him by Cyber Dr. Giro. I gotta point out, I really like this David character. He's the complete opposite of Shinji Ikari. No job is too big or too small for David. He just takes anything on, head on. He's not afraid. This dude would not whine for 3 episodes about getting an AVA unit. If this guy was in Neon Genesis Evangelion, it would have been a 4-episode OVA. Gendo wouldn't even know what to do with himself. He would actually have a son he was proud of. David doesn't get along well with his class. They tend to pick on him a lot. David had some classware that Cyber Dr. Giro gave him as a bootleg, and it caused destruction to his classroom. This caused David to get expelled. On the car ride home, David's mother, Gloria, gives him the typical anime, I have faith in you lecture to your main protagonist. This gets cut short because they both get caught in the line of fire of a drive-by, and their vehicle flips over. The EMTs just pass by the Martinez family because they don't have a premium insurance plan. That's when it dawned on me. Night City, where this show takes place, has a society of extreme social Darwinism. To those who don't know what that means, basically, no money means you're scum. Luckily, David does get his mother to the hospital, but unfortunately, she doesn't make it. David couldn't even say goodbye to his mother because he didn't have the right health care plan to even say goodbye, let alone to even save her. Because of this, we see what looks to be an urn of his mother's ashes coming out of a vending machine. What kind of sick, harsh society is this? Like, it's crazy. Like, It hit me in the heart feels. While David is mourning, one of his classmates gets the bright idea to send him a message to push him down. This causes David to have a lot of rage. He then gets some cyberware that was in his home. I begin to connect the dots and realize Gloria was actually an EMT worker who was taking cyberware off corpses and selling it out the back door. The cyberware that David had in his hand was what we've seen at the beginning from Lieutenant Colonel James Moore. David quickly runs to Cyber Dr. Giraud to get it surgically implanted into his back. Next up, we have episode 2, where David goes to his school to Mike Tyson, his classmate who was pushing him down. Right after the beatdown, David basically just middle fingered his school and left. And this is when the show gets really good. I'm going to stop right there because I'm just setting the scene for everyone. It's a really great show. If you're a non-anime loving fan and you like gangster mafia movies, if you like Scarface, I think you will really like Cyberpunk. This anime really makes me want to go back and rewatch classics like Ghost in the Shell, Cyber, Battle Angel Alita, Armitage 3. The list goes on because cyberpunk is a huge genre in anime. A lot of the scenes, some of the detail do remind me of Genocyber, I must say, especially with Maine, or as I like to call him, Cyber Wesley Snipes. Overall, I love the series. I love the colors in the series. I love how some scenes remind me of Fooly Cooley in the series. I love that some of the scenes got the physics of Gurren Lagann in the series. It's just Trigger fun. If you're a fan of what Studio Trigger does and you like that kind of wackiness, then this is the series for you. Also, if you like characters like Cyber Yasuke, Cyber Wesley Snipes, Cyber Dr. Giraud, Cyber Harley Quinn, Cyber Trinity, and who can forget Cyber Yura the Hair Demon. I should also add, if you're into more R-rated content with violence, and for those who've seen the series, a scene I didn't mention in episode 1, then this definitely is a show for you as well. That's all I have for now. I really hope you enjoyed my little rant. Like I said, I don't want to give away too much just in case somebody who don't know much about the series stumbled on this video, but hopefully you enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe and leave a comment at the end just talking about how I don't have a clue. Thank you. Peace.